A little more than 2 days to go until the United Auto Workers Union contract with Detroit's big three automakers expires, 55 hours from now, give or take. One of the largest unions in the country could potentially go on strike then. But as the union struggles to find a solution, who may stand to benefit most from that strike? It could be Elon Musk, whose electric car company Tesla is the only major automaker without employees represented by a union. Obviously, this is a big deal all over the country. But if you think about what this could mean, if the big three auto workers go on strike, there's no union workers over at Tesla.
Right. And I think, the other thing is some of the union demands. I think somebody had a segment earlier from a former Ford executive who said you had to make $100,000 a year in order to afford a new car.
Yeah.
With a 40% pay increase for the union workers, think about what that's going to do to sales in the industry. So this is going to produce inflation as well. But these workers deserve to have a working wage, living wage. Mm-hmm. And some of the profits need to be done. But it's all, when you talk about electric vehicles and some of the charging stations, a lot of that stuff's coming in from China that's not represented.
You talk about the demands, auto workers over a 40% pay raise, 32-hour work week, reinstatement of traditional pensions for new hires, representation at 10 electric vehicle battery facilities. Here's Dan Ives, analyst. He wrote the following. He said, quote, "If a strike happens, then ultimately production in the EV roadmap could be pushed out into 2024 and delays would be on the horizon at this crucial period for GM, Ford, and Stellantis enter Elon."
I think Elon has a bigger problem, and I think we have a problem in the country. We have workers who can no longer afford to buy the things that they're producing. It used to be if you were an auto worker, you could have a house, you could, send your kids to school, you could buy the things you need to put, lights on in your home, food in your kitchen. That's not true anymore. You can work 40, 60, 80 hours and still be struggling to meet the bare minimum. And so the negotiating that the UAW is doing is important, not just because of how it's going to affect workers now, but how it's going to affect workers across the country and every other industry.
Yeah, I think if you look at the things they're fighting for, pensions, I often get very frustrated as an American. I mean, I remember my husband was in a union and they had gotten rid of young people's pensions, but they wanted him to strike for older workers' pensions. And it was like, what happened to our generation, right? So the fact that they're bringing up pensions, I think that's good. You know who does have pensions? The Congress members who are sitting very comfortably in their retirement home. And so maybe it is a good thing that we're talking about workers' pensions.
New age facilities, new age way of going about cars with Tesla. They don't have, traditional dealership models, no unions. They don't really spend much money on advertising. You look at the market cap, Tesla, $850 billion right now. Ford, $50 billion. GM, $46 billion. Stellantis, $59 billion. Yeah. Tesla's 5x them at this point in time.
But it also it comes into the broader question about what we're going to do with the American workforce. I remember during the Trump administration, we did a lot on the apprenticeship program. We were trying to train people, do public-private partnerships to train workers for the jobs of tomorrow. And some of these auto workers are probably going to have to start looking for those new industries. And I think the Biden administration, Congress, and especially the private sector need to step up because we need an educated workforce that can actually perform the services that need to be done and fill the 7 million jobs that remain vacant because they can't find anybody who can.
All right, well, coming up.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.